And that Solid Edge helps the user understand what views are being changed. So whenever I select something, notice the view is being highlighted, and we're telling you that that assembly has changed and we need to update the view. We also see that we have a sheet metal file sitting on another sheet inside of our drawing that also needs to take place, and we can also see that the parts list, the BOM, has changed and we need to update that. So what do? Well, first thing that we do is we go update our views. Solid Edge will go out throughout the entire draft file and make these changes. And we also have another unique tool called Dimension Tracker. Again, no one else has this in the industry, in that we can go out here and we're tracking the dimensions automatically for you. If you want to go see where that is, you can simply hit find. We can see what that dimension was and what it currently is. We can go back and look at another one. This was the one that was 35, and we changed it to 30 per our ECO. But I also want to bring your attention, notice the tab that we're on. We're on an Edit Changes sheet. Once I hit Find for this last dimension, notice what it does. It takes me to another sheet, a completely different sheet, and it shows us how Solid Edge is keeping track of all this information, keeping track of your changes. Now, we talked a little bit about bills of material, and we saw that we added two parts to here. You can see that we have some asterisks that's telling us that those are not ballooned in our view. Again, they're non-graphical, and they are our paint, which is 4 liters, and our oil, which is 3.5 liters. Were automatically added and updated to our bills of material. Now, in talking about bills of material, let's just take a look at some of the flexibility that you have with your parts list. So here we have an exploded view of our drivetrain, and I'm just going to add an indented BOM. But let's take a look at what we're doing here. Is that one, we're letting the assembly drive the item numbers. This was a request from our customers. Our customers have told us that they want this, and so we've added it now to Solid Edge, and you can either have the draft control the item numbers or the assembly control the item numbers. The other thing is that how we indent, how we display this information on there, and I'm going to be indenting the item and the document number itself. And notice that we automatically place the balloons at the time that we place our bill of material. And you can see here how we have a nice indented bills of material within inside of Solid Edge Draft. Next, let's take a look at some manufacturing information. So here we have a sheet metal file, and remember, this was one that we actually windowed around and stretched. That's the reason why you see the change here with our dimension. But let's say I'm out on the shop floor. I don't have the ability to make any changes to this drawing, but I need to go and I need to inspect some dimensions. And just to kind of show you what this is doing, is this is a smart measure. I can go through, I can select something, but it doesn't actually place the dimension, but you can see how true it is in placing those dimensions. Here I just want to get the center. That dimension is not being placed, but maybe it's important to me out on the shop floor to place this information out there. But maybe I wanted to get the tangency, the overall, from that center or from a tangent to a tangent inside of there. So you can see the flexibility that we have with inside of here. But let's say I switch back now. I'm a designer. I want to add a detail view to this particular one. So I just want to come in here, grab a detail view, and let's just grab this, and we're just going to place it over here to show this particular detail. And with this, you can see, one, you can have details, but I want to point something out that's unique to Solid Edge, in that whenever we do a smart dimension, we can see that I can dimension from here to here, and that's going to give me the correct one. But let me show you something that's unique. I want to go from this edge to this point right here. And you're saying, well, why would you do that? Well, maybe that is more clearer to be placed out there, and just to kind of show you that those two are actually the same. Solid edge, again, we're unique in the industry in that you can measure between a detail view and your orthogonal view to make sure that you're projecting, you're getting that information, because there's a lot of dimensions down here, and so a lot of this is getting crowded. But I wanted to be able to make sure I do it from this particular edge out here to make a point. So next, let's take a look at some manufacturing information, and that would be a bin table. So I want to add a bin table to this particular view, and you can go through and you can select what kind of information you want displayed. Maybe you don't want the feature name on there, you just want this information to be placed out there. You can see that we have the bin sequence numbers out here displayed, and you can see that we apply the radius, the angle, the direction in which it's going, and also the included angle, which may be more important to you because that's a manufacturing angle for the inside of your machine tooling. And then finally, let's finish this out with some hole information. So every time you build a part and it has a series of holes, it would be nice to have a hole table to show us where the location is of those holes and what is the information for those particular holes. And again, you have the ability to do that in many different ways. One, you can see what kind of callouts, how you want them listed, what you want to call out, what additional columns do you want added. If you have particular notes that you want to add to it, you can place it out there. But in this particular case, we just want to place this one out here, and we can see, let me kind of clean up my screen for you. Let's move this over here. And you can see that we're replacing, each hole is labeled with a particular letter and number. That is telling the user basically when they go to this table, I have organized it in that the letter is a particular hole size. So you can instantly see just by looking at it, the E's, the G's, those are of a particular size. And so it's very easy to see how these are being placed and what the size are, but again, with the table you're able to get the exact location of this. So you've seen now how we can take information, our ECOs made the change, and very quickly within 15 minutes go through to make some other things, actually less than 15 minutes, but we can go through, make our changes to our ECOs very quickly using synchronous technology, update the drawing, and also add other information to our drawing inside of there. So we appreciate your time today, and thank you for watching.